Welcome to Full Record Jacket with Phil and Ben. You are back for part 3. If you missed parts 1 and 2, you didn't miss a lot, but we are on one-hit wonders of the 1990s, the round of 64 in this knockout tournament, and Ben has got the draw there. So let's have some more one-hit wonders, Ben. What have we got?
I'm going to delve into the pot of hopefuls. Here we go. First one out is... who is it? I'll Be There For You. That's just me. By the Rembrandts.
Okay.
Versus,
known to all as the theme from Friends, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Never has one band lived off of one show so much. Right. Next, it's up against Sunshine on a Rainy Day by Zoe.
Woohoo.
Oh, I'll be there for you.
Do you have a preference on this?
I did when the Rembrandt. I've got the Rembrandts on CD single. I actually bought it. But I think it's one of those songs that, because it's been played so much. Oh God! Whenever I hear it, I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
But I do like "Sunshine on a Rainy Day" by Zoe. Because that was one of yours.
I remembered it, yeah. It's not one that I was especially wanted to super champion it, but I do think it's good. I'll tell you what I think. The Rembrandts one obviously is a quintessential 90s one-hit wonder because of it being the theme to Friends. And I do actually think for the kind of song it is, yes, it's cheesy or whatever, but it's got that energy and exuberance. And I don't think it's actually too cheesy. I don't mind it.
Do you know what?
I've never been a fan of Friends. I've never really watched much of Friends, so I don't have any.
I watched quite a bit of Friends because my dad quite enjoyed it. So when I lived at home, back in the day when I used to come home from Tuck Mine, my dad would put Tuck Friends on and we'd watch it on the picture box thing. But the Rembrandts does sum up very much the summer of '95. Does have a lot of memories of that sort of time. Whereas I do like Sunshine on a Rainy Day by Zoe, but it doesn't really have any sort of quintessential meaning to me. It doesn't pull at the old heartstrings.
No. I know what you mean. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. It's a shame because I do quite like Sunshine on a Rainy Day. I think it's a very good pop song.
Well, if it helps... The Rembrandts do mention about when the rain starts to fall. So if you go for the Rembrandts, you've still got a little bit of rain falling.
Yeah. I think maybe because it's, this is a pop thing and we're going for cheesy and, it's very much of the 90s.
Yeah. Well, do you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember when we used to do our radio show and we had Cheesy Pop Friday?
Yeah.
This is what this is becoming.
Okay, so let's put it through then.
Rembrandts.
The Rembrandts, yes, they are your friends.
The Rembrandts are going through. Make sure
they're your friends.
Yep. Well, they should be now. I'm putting them through. So and they'll be there for us. There we go. They're in. So that's the first one down. Are we ready for the next one?
I'm as ready as I will ever be.
Ooh, good one. Unbelievable. EMF. And it's up against this one here, which is, Stay, Lisa Loeb. Is it Loeb? Loeb?
And 9 Stories.
Yeah, I really like Stay by Lisa. It's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. I do actually really quite like that. I know I'm losing credibility.
Where do you stand on EMF?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's another great track. It's
Now I had Unbelievable by EMF came on in my headphones when I was running around the park, and I've always had this thing that I don't like it, right? It's always been one of those ones where I've said, it's annoying, I don't like it. When it came on in my headphones, I was slightly more favourable to it than I have been in the past.
You like it, Phil?
There's still something about the production and everything, and then it's all a bit...
It is very.
Why does a man in an American accent come in and say it's unbelievable?
Don't know.
Why does that happen?
The EMF were English, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they're British group.
Yeah. British. I don't know. Maybe to sell it to the American market.
So it's a weird one because it's always been one of the sort of indie type pop songs from the early 90s that I always said, I hate it. So you wouldn't expect me to even consider putting it through. But I'm trying to be objective, and I know I do get why people like it. But the Lisa Loeb one, I must admit, that's never really totally clicked with me. I've never heard it, maybe not heard it enough as you have.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why it sticks in.
Is this the one where one of the verses ends with "I'm only here in negative"? Is that one of the lines?
Something like that.
Song?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think so. Don't have a word for it. But...
I mean, it is a little bit American cheesy. Could have been the theme to some high school drama type song.
Yeah. Well, when I went, I think I put this one in. I almost went for who was the one who Kiss the Rain.
Yeah.
I almost went for that one, and I really like that one as well. I think she's from Coventry, the person who sings that.
I'd forgotten about that one. I'd forgotten that totally.
Yeah. So I'm to be fair, I mean EMF is great. It's very much of its time, that early 90s. I don't think I'm bothered on either one. Which one goes through? Actually, thinking about it, I do like the Lisa Loeb one. But I'm not really bothered either way. If one went, and obviously one's got to go, I wouldn't be bothered which one went. So I'm going to leave this up to you, Phil. It's going to be your choice. No, you let me have Stiltskin.
It's difficult to choose this because, the trouble is, I'm much more familiar with the EMF song than I am with the Lisa Loeb one. So it's very difficult for me to make it. I think you've probably heard both of them.
Yes.
Quite a lot. So I think I'm for that reason, and I'm not trying to duck it, but I don't think I'm qualified to really appraise the Lisa Loeb one.
So are we on?
So it rests with you. You have the casting vote on this.
Well, which one went higher in? We'll have to go with the higher in the charts one, won't we?
Well, if that's the way you want to do it,
we'll have to do it that way. So.
Okay. Well.
Do you want me to look up Lisa Loeb?
Well, I'm just looking her up now.
Great TV. This.
Oh, it's just fantastic, isn't it? Right. So,
am I looking up EMF?
You can look up EMF.
I'll look up EMF. Here we go. Came out in 1991, if anybody's interested.
She's made 15 albums, Lisa Loeb.
Ooh.
She had the librarian look going on, didn't she?
Yes, she did. I think that's why I liked her.
Right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Stay I Missed You was her first song. Now, she got to #1 in the US. She was a chart topper over there on the US pop charts and also Canada. She was a #6 in the UK.
EMF Unbelievable, #3 in the UK.
Oh, so I would have guessed that it would have been a #2. I thought it might have been one of the #2s.
No, but #3 according to this. According to the... Here we go, charts and sales. It went to #1 on the US Cashbox Top 100.
Well, although
Lisa... #1 on the US Billboard 100.
What, EMF did?
EMF did, yeah.
That was a US #1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was the 30th biggest selling single of the year in the UK, and it went to #3 on the official charts in the UK.
Well, Lisa Loeb released a lot of singles that flopped. She's made all those albums, so she never really had another big hit in the US either. So they're both kind of one-hit wonders.
So what are we doing?
I don't know, Ben.
It's got to be EMF, hasn't it? Because that's what we did Stiltskin off of, was chart position.
Okay, they are through.
So,
unbelievably the case that they are through.
And Lisa Loeb isn't going to stay in the draw.
She's not going to stay. So we've missed her. There we go.
Yeah. EMF are in the pots. How many is that we've done? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. You're keeping score of this,
5,
not me.
6, 7, 8. So that's 2. We've got 2 left of this draw. Are you ready?
Okay.
Prepare yourself. Here we go. We have got, big classic. To Be With You, Mr. Big.
Oh, okay. I've got a definite opinion on that one. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. And it's up against... I think that's... it's going to give you one winner, I think. Groove is in the Heart, Delight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to be honest with you, even if you pulled out Mr. Blobby, I might still have put him ahead of Mr. Big.
That was one of the ones on the list I was going to pull in. So you're lucky it's not in there. That and Zig and Zag. So.
Well, Mr. Big came on in my headphones the other day when I was listening through the list. And
it's pure American cheese.
Oh, it is awful, and I'm sorry. It's one of those songs. It gives American rock a bad name, and it's really bad. And
it's got a really awful video as well. It's all sort of like sultry and black and white, and
and it doesn't have. Do you remember? It's in a similar vein to. Do you remember More Than Words by Extreme?
Yeah,
which I think was better than the Mr. Big one, and at least it had Nuno Betancourt playing guitar, who's a great guitarist. So that kind of saved that one. But no, the Mr. Big one, it's one of the ones that I really didn't like. I didn't make it all the way through. I skipped it off because I really hate it. D-Like Groove is in the Heart. By comparison, I do think it's very groovy. They were very quirky, very groovy.
Yeah.
I still enjoy that now. That still makes me want to get up and dance.
I think you put Groove is in the Heart on and it will make you feel happy. It won't make you feel angry.
I could dance to that. So, okay, Delight. We're delighted to say that they are through.
Yes, and Mr. Big will no longer.
He's not so big anymore. Yeah.
No, he's ripped in half. Right, the last one of this session. I'm leaning down. Professional TV here. Here we go. The last two of this round. Gladiator. Oh, God, this is a track. I Wish by Skilo.
Okay. Yeah.
Versus Please Don't Be Good. Please Don't Be Good. I Touch Myself. The Divinyls. So I know which one's winning because one of these songs I absolutely detest as well.
So run those by me again.
So you've got I Touch Myself by the Divinyls. Awful name, awful song. And I Wish by Skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. So we've got a bit of hip hop versus a bit of awfulness.
Aussie rock.
Yeah, whatever it is,
it has paled a bit. The Divinyls one is one of those songs that I think I sort of liked it the first time, then it kind of gets quite annoying.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Poundland Blondie.
Yeah. So I get that. Okay.
Yeah,
I think you've won that. Okay, the other one, I don't know the other one very well, to be honest, but
Skilo is really, really good. It's worth a listen. It's
okay, all right.
It's hip hop of the mid '90s, which isn't about gun crime and and all that sort of stuff. It's actually quite a fun rap song where he mocks himself basically throughout the whole thing, which is good. Whereas I Touch Myself by the Divinyls, it's just awful.
Okay, join us.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat that one.
Join us for part 4. We will discuss 4 more head-to-heads between 90s one-hit wonders.